Hello everyone, I am Julian Morris with the Channel 5 News. In the headlines, Batel makes strides towards resilience with the launch of an alternate water harvesting and storage project. The opposition UWP condemns smear campaign against DLP candidate for Marigot, Anika Charles, forcing her to withdraw, and a warning that a Venezuela-type governance model could lead Dominica down the wrong path. The details of the news coming up.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Red cheese, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are.
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel alive.
There's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
Residents of Batel have been cautioned not to abuse, vandalize the new alternate water system in the area. Here is Andrea Louis with a report.
The remarks came from Member of Parliament for the Petit Savan constituency under which Batel falls. Dr. Kenneth Daru was speaking at a ceremony to hand over the Batel alternate water harvesting and storage project on Wednesday. The project was funded by the Japan-Caribbean Climate Change Partnership JCCP to the tune of 62,000 EC dollars and was implemented by the United Nations Development Programme UNDP.
We cannot overemphasize the importance of potable water. And we all know the discomfort that you, the residents, face. Well, in fact, residents all over face following the passage of Tropical Storm Erika in 2015 and Hurricane Maria in 2017. Therefore, this project is considered very timely and important to the residents. And I've always said that it is this grassroots project which makes a bigger difference in people's lives. So I'm not going to throw water on all of the fancy hotels and bridges and roads. Yes, we need all of this. But sometimes these grassroots projects make a much more significant impact to the lives of the people.
Dr. Daru advised the residents of Batel to do all necessary to ensure the longevity of the alternate water harvesting and storage system.
I also want to encourage the council with the help of the Division of Local Government and of course you, the community residents, in partnership with the WASCO and the other residents, as I said, to develop a sustainable management plan to ensure that the water is put into good use and that the system is not abused and maintained. I also want to impress upon the vegetable farmers in close proximity to make use of the overflow for vegetable production. Of course, the system, which is over 50 years old, has been a sort of survival after disasters. And I call on you, the residents, to take ownership and be watchmen of the system. You, more than anyone else, understand your plight for water during critical times. So please, I'm begging, do not abuse or vandalize the system. It is yours. It belongs to you.
Recovery advisor for the UNDP, Ian King, says this project is particularly useful since it serves as a backup water system.
When there is a disruption, there's a ready source of an alternative source here for the community. So this is to be applauded because honestly, in our Caribbean region, we know we expect to get, events like tropical storms, hurricanes, and even just troughs. If we remember the Christmas Eve trough event, I think in 2013, and those things create tremendous impact. And so having a source of water in the community that is independent of the utility is also obviously very important.
The project includes the installation of 3 1,000-gallon water tanks, installation lines from the source to the tanks, and distribution to 2 standpipes. Andrea Louis, Channel 5 News.
The government of Japan has reaffirmed its commitment to helping Dominica advance its climate resilience. The second secretary in the Embassy of Japan based in Trinidad and Tobago spoke at the handing over of the Batel alternate water harvesting and storage project on Wednesday.
The government of Japan recognizes the necessity for improving the resilience to the natural disaster, and that's why we are really supporting to JCCP, which address the need for the improvement of the resilience. And apart from the JCCP, the government of Japan has been offering a number of the development assistance in the form of the trainings in Japan or the grant aid schemes, such as the Human Security Grassroots Projects, which supports the schools or the community center and the health facilities.
Minister with responsibility for climate resilience, Joseph Isaac, says this project is well suited for Batel since the south of the island is particularly prone to severe impact from natural disasters.
This parish of St. Patrick is considered one of the most vulnerable parishes to disaster, as it has had the highest number of homes destroyed and the most deaths following Tropical Storm Erica in 2015, and is one of the most affected parishes following Hurricane Maria in 2017. In 2015, Tropical Storm Erica left the community reliant on what is less than effective local water system. Hurricane Maria in September 2017 has further exacerbated the situation, and according to the preliminary post-disaster needs assessment, Dominica's water and sanitation sector experienced damages and losses of approximately US $62 million.
This water project was the brainchild of former local government commissioner John Fontaine and is expected to benefit the people of Pointe Caribe, Fort Saint-Jean and Fab. In other news, speculation that there would be a change of UWP candidate for the Roseau South constituency, replacing Joshua Francis, that has been addressed. Speaking on Q95 Thursday morning, Francis shot down the speculation before the party leader himself further confirmed that there would be no such change. Linton said the party will contest all 21 constituencies and promised to announce the candidates at an appointed time. The opposition leader also laid to rest any doubts regarding the status of the party's current candidates.
The Honorable Joshua Francis is the candidate for the Roseau South constituency. The Honorable Danny Lugay is the candidate for the Roseau North constituency. Senator, the Honorable Ronald Charles is the candidate for the Roseau Valley. Glenroy can't say no to So-So Coffee is the candidate for the Roseau Central constituency. Honorable Hector John, the candidate for the Salisbury constituency. Senator the Honorable Monel Williams, candidate for the Salisbury constituency. The St. Joseph? The St. Joseph? Oh, okay, St. Joseph. St. Joseph constituency. Mr. Nicholas George, our candidate for the Carlow constituency. Mr. Jefferson James, our candidate for the Portsmouth constituency. Mr. Ezekiel Basil, our candidate for the Wesley constituency. And Honorable Felix Thomas, Senator Honorable Felix Thomas, the candidate for the Maho constituency. The chairman. Our candidate for the Marigot constituency will be determined within the next 24 hours. You know, Marigot is very intriguing. So there are things we need to do and decisions we need to make. We're trying to decide whether it's going to be me or Calypsonian or somebody. But we'll sort that out. Like I said, the slate of 21 will be declared not too long from now.
The Constituency Association is currently looking into the situation as it relates to Dr. Sam Christian, who is undergoing rehabilitation in a Martinique hospital following an accident in December.
Dr. Sam Christian was very active in the constituency as our candidate before his unfortunate accident in December last year. And the situation is under the consideration of the Constituency Association. They have their options that they are communicating with us on a regular basis, and we have set ourselves specific time frames for determining whether or not Dr. Christian is going to be able to run as a candidate, whether the state of his health and his recovery will permit him to do that, or whether he will be replaced by somebody else. But all of those things are under consideration, and we will make the decision at the appropriate time.
Dr. Thompson Fontaine will not contest the 2020 election on a UWP ticket. And the United Workers' Party has made a decision which, if adhered to across the board, could help clean up political campaigning in the country. The statement rejecting character assassination was made at a news conference held by the UWP on Thursday, less than 24 hours after the DLP presented Anika Charles as its candidate to contest the 2020 election in the Marigot constituency. Prime Minister Skerrit announced that she was pulling out. Charles's decision to withdraw her candidacy followed an unflattering viral voice note which raised questions about her character and fitness to run for public office.
The United Workers' Party states that in pursuit of this change of leadership, governance, economic and social transformation, we will respect the dignity of all. We therefore reject all forms of character assassination, especially by politicians and or their political authorities, regardless of which party they represent.
The opposition senator went on to say the Prime Minister's address at Sunday's delegates' conference failed to address a number of pertinent concerns.
There was a deafening silence in his address for mature leadership, accountability and transparency, national unity, political tolerance, social equity, sustainable job creation, improved economic infrastructure, affordable good health services, free and fair elections. These are just some of the essential ingredients of the change envisioned by the people of this nature island.
You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll have more after this.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
When persons with TB sneeze or cough, healthy persons nearby breathe in the droplets and the bacteria can lodge in their lungs. People with weakened immune systems such as HIV/AIDS, alcohol and drug users, smokers, children, and the elderly are most susceptible. Persons with a cough should take precautions when in contact with persons in public places. Cover your mouth when sneezing and coughing. Visit your doctor or health center. You must complete your treatment. TB can be cured even with HIV. Be responsible. Help stop the spread of TB and HIV. Protect yourself and others.
A warning from the leader of the parliamentary opposition that Dominica could end up in a situation similar to that of Venezuela if adjustments are not made in the area of governance. Mr. Linton says the United Workers' Party is concerned about the plight of the people of Venezuela who are leaving their country in search of food because of the crisis there. Linton says it's sad that the people are experiencing hardship in a country which sits on the largest oil reserves in the world.
And to see people starving, not being able to find food, on the streets every day, walking across the border into Colombia to see if they can get some food and coming back, that's not the way anybody wants to live. And so our concern is with the people of Venezuela at this time, and with how soon their lives can return to some semblance of normalcy. Politicians do their thing. The world now is interested in which of the leaders is supported, whether it's Maduro or Guaido and so on. We haven't gotten to that stage yet. We are just concerned that the people of Venezuela are in misery, and we have a companion concern that we should be careful in Dominica about ending up down there. Because remember, and this is important, Venezuela's election in 2018 was not recognized by a number of countries around the world because they said it was not free and fair. They described it as a sham election. And there were some elements to that having to do with cronies of Maduro conducting the election and so on, having to do with opposition members being prevented from contesting, being banned, some of them having to flee the country, some of them put in jail and so on. And the pattern of persecution that opposition people are under in Venezuela, you're seeing shades of that in Dominica. Yours truly, your humble servant, is actually in court. You cover the court where I'm under persecution. Attorneys from Trinidad come in at great expense to the state to try to pin the bogus charge of incitement on me. All of that to try to interfere with my right to stand and represent my people in public office. So Dominica has some flashpoints that we need to pay attention to, because Venezuela is where it is today. If Dominica does not pay attention and change course, we will end up in exactly, or God forbid, the worst situation. Our concern is really with the people of Venezuela and how soon they can get the humanitarian aid that countries around the world are sending in, but the government is refusing to allow in, and how soon they can get some relief, because it's not easy. I mean, when you watch it yourself, do you think that, can you imagine you or anybody you know living under those kinds of circumstances while people are playing politics?
Former opposition leader in St. Kitts, Dr. Denzel Douglas, has won a passport case brought against him by the country's Attorney General. The court ruling means Dr. Douglas will not be barred from taking his seat on the National Assembly. The court's ruling in this landmark case was highly anticipated, to say the least. At the center of the case was the question as to whether Dr. Douglas, through his use of the diplomatic passport issued by Dominica, was under allegiance to a foreign power, and as a result should be disqualified from sitting in the National Assembly. The Constitution of St. Kitts and Nevis prohibits members of Parliament from holding dual citizenship. The parliamentary disqualification case included presentations by experts on Dominican law as it relates to questions of allegiance. The diplomatic passport he holds is valid until the 29th of July 2020. The Junior Calypso Monarch competition makes a return to the carnival calendar this year. Following a hiatus last year due to Hurricane Maria the previous year, 9 young contenders will take to the stage on Friday in the Leo Club of Dominica organized Junior Calypso Monarch competition.
The participants are Kian from the Goodwood Secondary School, Kian Del Sol. Her stage name is Kia. We have Lauren Charles from the Goodwood Secondary School. Her stage name is Lauren. Nikima Alfred from the St. Martin Secondary School. Her stage name is The Empress. Stefan Nation from the St. Mary's Primary. His stage name is The Nation. And we have Keyshawn Knight from the St. Mary's Primary, which is King. His stage name is King K. And we have Jemima Mills from the Convent High School. Her stage name is The Gem. We have Taisha Ailey from the Convent High School. Her stage name is Saucy T. We have Jaden John Baptiste from the Dominica Grammar School. His stage name is DJ. We have Malik Daru from the St. Mary's Academy. His stage name is The Examiner.
The show is scheduled for Carnival City from 6 p.m.
Tickets are children $15 and adults $25. And if you want to be sitting and enjoying the show, it only costs $30. our intention as part of the Leo Club has always been to provide a forum where the youth can enhance their creative talents and gain self-development. So we like to urge the public to come out and support the young Calypsonian as they put on a spectacular show for you, and you can't afford to miss this show coming Friday. And we are excited to be a part of this event.
And the United Workers' Party has pushed back against the Prime Minister's suggestion that the opposition elements were behind a smear campaign which led to the withdrawal of DLP candidate for Marigot, Anika Charles. On Monday, Prime Minister Skerrit issued a statement condemning what he called a reprehensible campaign against Anika Charles. He also expressed concern about an attempt to smear the character of candidate for Pitit-Savan Marva Williams, promising the party would stand by her.
Mrs. Charles expressed her shock and dismay at the salacious, vicious, and downright nasty campaign launched against her immediately after her endorsement by persons associated with the opposing camp. While stepping forward to serve her country and the people of her beloved Marigot constituency, she, quite understandably, did not bargain for the type of nastiness that her opponents and detractors have introduced in this campaign.
Here is how the opposition leader responded on Thursday.
The Prime Minister knows, for example, that it was members of his Dominica Labour Party in Marigot who launched a campaign against his chosen candidate for the Marigot constituency prior to his announcement on February 17, 2019. He knows it had absolutely nothing to do with the United Workers' Party Team Dominica. He also knows that the controversial voice note had nothing to do with the United Workers' Party either. Yet, he maliciously put the blame on us for the unfortunate situation that affected Anika Charles and her family over the past week. This young lady is my family. We empathize with her. We stand with her. We condemn the attacks on her, which only surfaced because she answered the call to public service. But we are very disappointed with the speed with which she was thrown under the bus by the Labour Party at the same time that the Labour Party leader was pledging to stand by another female Labour Party candidate about whom certain allegations and suggestions of unsuitability were also making the rounds. The discrimination in a matter involving someone from Marigot is glaring, and we cannot but take note. This is not good for Dominica. Marigot lives matter too. Change is a must. It is not an option.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evil.
Red cheese, gold rings, all black, everything creeping through the night.
Anywhere you are.
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel alive.
There's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evil.
To end the news, a look again at the headlines. Batel makes strides towards resilience with the launch of an alternate water harvesting and storage project. The opposition UWP condemns smear campaign against DLP candidate for Marigot, Anika Charles, which forced her to withdraw, and a warning that a Venezuela-type governance model could lead Dominica down the wrong path. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You may access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching. Join us tomorrow.